Welcome into the Rob and Kale Show. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. Our podcast partner is in the upstate. He is Mr. Carolina Jackpot, Kale Hall. Kale, good evening, sir.
What's going on, motherfuckers? I'm freezing. I don't know about you.
Well, you see I'm wearing a hoodie and my stocking cap. But we're warmer here than they are in Chicago, as the Rams are fixing to end the Bears season here, which that's always a good thing for America.
Yeah, I was paid handsomely earlier by these teams going under in the first half. So, yeah, I don't really give a fuck who wins, to be honest with you.
That's funny. Anyway, so we got stuff we could talk about this evening. We could talk about the playoffs and how they're going. We could talk about all kind of things. Shout out to the folks in the chat. Let's see who's here this evening. Gamecock Chuck, welcome in. Tony Canada, Daniel Gregory, which we're going to hear Tennessee fans talking about a young man named Staub that will possibly be the next Peyton Manning if you listen to the Tennessee folks. I don't know anything about him. Have you read that's their transfer portal guy, right? That's
I'm sure that is his name, I believe. Yes.
Staub is his name. And I think
Staub was his name. That's pretty underwhelming, if I must say so myself. But
yeah, well, there you go with that. Anyway, we got that going on. Transfer portal everywhere. And I got to talk for a second here about, I don't know if this is something, normally Jackpot takes delight when Clemson has some failures, but the story that I'm going to tell you right now is something that it happened to Clemson, but it could happen to you. It could happen to your program. By the way, let's thank Seth for his super chat. Hey, fellas, hope you're doing well. Who's your picks for tomorrow? I have Miami. We'll get into that later. Anyway, Jackpot, I give you the story tonight of the young man that decided, hey, I am a player that has looked highly upon in the transfer portal. My name is Luke Ferrelli. I once played for the University of Cal. Now I have decided I'm going to Clemson. But wait, it intensifies here. This young man got his NIL money, got his books, went to class, was doing football activities with the football team, and decided in the middle of the night to pull a Mike Bobo and just leave the program after saying, hey, I'm going here. I'm committing here. Now the rumor all around the street is that he's going to go to Ole Miss. Now, I don't fault the young man for wanting to go to school and go to the school that he wants to go to. What I do fault is people thinking that this is okay and not holding him to his commitment when he signed an NIL deal and went to class. Are we getting to the point now where these guys can, commit and go days later? It is an absolute shit show. And supposedly
it's absolutely silly. It's ridiculous. There's no rules on anything. And
right.
Yeah. I was going to make fun of that yesterday, but then I said, I better not, because something might happen to us. And sure enough, something like that happened with the Gamecocks too. Not to that degree.
The guy was in classes, Jackpot. He had attended classes. So first of all, we also have to go on the guise of
maybe he didn't like his professors.
Well, maybe, and that's fair too. But if we're in a vacuum here, the idea that he's a student athlete is bullshit. Name a college where you could transfer in. They've been back in school for what? Today's the 18th. They started back, I guess, the 5th. So essentially, he's had 2 weeks in class and, oh, no, I'm going to go transfer and go somewhere else.
No, they ain't been in class that long.
Well, how long have they been in class?
Probably a week. That would have been your high school schoolers would have probably went back on like the 5th. I'm sure it's been like a week. I mean, do these fuckers do any kind of research into the academics at the place that they might be transferring to? Is that what they do on their visits? I
No,
mean,
I don't. I mean, I'm sure that, hey, here's the science building, but when they come there, I don't think they give a shit about that. They think about that NIL bag, Jackpot. I mean, getting a degree is not on any of these guys' minds. And I'm not just talking about Luke Ferrelli here. I mean, it's that way across the board. I am sure that if he goes to Ole Miss, they're going to give him more money. And I don't blame the young man for going to get more money, but the point is that we need to have a setup where this doesn't happen, because in the end, I mean, it's going to affect the kid too. You know what I'm saying? What happens if he gets there and they're like, we don't like you at Ole Miss, fuck you and your contract? He can't go back to Clemson now.
Yeah, and
it's a mess.
It's unlikely that he goes back to Cal.
Yeah. Beth says January 7th was the first day back in class, so tomorrow would be the 12th day. I'd love to see.
These people just burn bridges, I mean, and think nothing of it.
Well, he didn't even make a bridge. He was there long enough to get his books and his laptop and left. The football bridge is gone. Absolutely gone. So,
golly.
It's a mess. An absolute mess. Gamecock Chuck says maybe he didn't want to get baptized. You can make cracks all you want, Gamecock Chuck.
When the
shit happens to South Carolina, which it will, because South Carolina is not immune to it either. In fact, it's more likely to happen to South Carolina because your coach is a shithead who relies wholly on the transfer portal. It's more likely to happen to you. But
he does what?
Your coach relies on the transfer portal. Then
where did his three biggest paid players that'll play on 2026's team come from the transfer portal? No.
Sure.
No.
Okay. That's fine, but the players.
No.
So in your mind, the transfer portal doesn't matter to South Carolina? Is that where you're going?
No, I didn't say that either. When did I say that? You said he relies wholly on it. It's not true.
He does.
No, he does.
Yes,
None of those players came from the transfer portal.
Where did Kyle Kennard come from?
Kyle Kennard don't play on 2026's team.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll hold you under the guise that the transfer portal doesn't matter. That's fine.
No.
If you want.
Okay. Well, I didn't say that either.
If you don't think this can happen to South Carolina, all right, let's try it this way. You don't think this could happen to South Carolina as well, sir?
I mean, it could happen to anybody. That's why I said I didn't make fun of them for it. Plus, I mean, the hell they got fucked with Michael Smith as well. He was supposed to come back to South Carolina, but I don't know. That to me, I don't know. I don't know about that kid anyway. He quit in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
Right. And I tried to defend him a little bit and say, well, he's a kid. He probably got some bad advice, yada, yada, yada. But, I mean, all these kids that are getting bad advice, none of them are quitting in the middle of the season. You don't see a whole lot of that. So
I'm saving this for the bookcase of accountability because this is fucking hilarious. I want to read Seth's comment. Here is Seth's comment. The first for the bookcase of accountability for 2026. I'm saving it right now. He says, Clemson fans hope we will, but deep down, you guys know with who we have returning and who we bought in, we're going to be much better while y'all regress. Sir, we regressed this year and beat the fuck out of you. So please shut up. You don't know anything.
You didn't beat the fuck out of anybody.
We beat the fuck out of you. You want to look at
You beat the fuck out of anybody. You won by 14 points because you returned a pick six. Carolina should have. If they'd have dropped their nuts, they'd have drove down the field and scored a touchdown and won that game. Plus, we had more yards than you did as well.
So here's what we've learned on the program tonight. The transfer portal doesn't matter to South Carolina, and 2 touchdowns is not an ass beating. Got it.
Not when you score the second of which.
Did you win with 2 touchdowns?
With a minute left in the game, no.
To quote the Conrad, we won by 7 scores. What do you want?
Because you won by 7 safeties.
Exactly. No one's intimidated by your program, sir. You are a fucking afterthought until you get rid of your coach. But we'll have this on the bookcase of accountability so we can laugh at it in October when you guys fire this guy.
We ended up making the playoffs with him, and do that in spite of him, not because of him. It's going to be glorious.
You're not making the playoffs. Speaking of the playoffs, Jackpot, there's a headline on ESPN saying that the Big Ten and the SEC are at horns are locked here. Both
imagine that they can't come to an agreement on something. Imagine that shit.
So
I'm befuddled.
The gist of it is both teams want 16 teams in the playoffs, but the Big Ten, or was it the SEC? One or the other wants after 3 years that it'll be 24 teams in the playoffs.
Why do we have to keep changing it? I mean, why can't we? I mean, the March Madness has been at 60. Well, it was 68, but clearly 64. I mean, it's been at 64 teams since 1984. Why do we have to keep fucking with college football's playoff? I don't.
Well, I can give you their point behind it. Greg Sankey wants, if there's 16 teams in the tournament, he wants all 16 of them to be SEC teams. That's the vibe that I get from him. If it's 24 teams, whatever, he'll import more SEC teams because he's got the mindset that is, hey, he wants what's best for the conference, which is it's the SEC Invitational. If you don't have an SEC sticker, you don't get to play in it.
Well, I mean, in fairness, I mean, you got to look out for number one.
And that's why it's not a big deal to me. It's what he's supposed to do.
I think he's an idiot. I mean, personally, but.
Seth says, and we're going to be better. Watch. I hope you're better than 5-7 with a first-round quarterback and a first-round defensive end.
We're 4-8. We wasn't 5-7. Don't you give us credit where credit's right. Not due.
My bad. You should be better than 4-8. I'll give you that, sir.
Hey, if you can't ride with us when we're 4-8, when we go 5-7, don't come around here.
Good point, sir.
Don't come around here trying to be part of this.
I mean, look, for those that didn't watch the show on Wednesday night, I was cheering for the Gamecocks when you were playing Coach Kami down there in Arkansas.
Yeah, and we proceeded to get monkey slapped with, and then hell, they almost pulled an upset yesterday.
Yeah, they're not very good.
Well, no, both those teams yesterday were dog shit. That was ugly basketball to watch. In fact, I didn't watch most of it. It was just ugly basketball. They were both two bad teams.
Sellers is not a first-round pick, Rob. Stop that. He better show up if he wants to be a first-rounder. I've seen projections where he's a first-round pick. So, I don't know. I think he's got piss-poor coaching. If he gets the right coaching, he could be a first-round draft pick. He won't get that with Shane Beamer there, though. Unless your new offensive coordinator, which was supposedly brought in by your athletic director himself, can actually get the Shane Beamer stink off of him and where he just coaches the young man. There may be a chance there. SEC Dog, if you don't like the show, go away. We'd love to hear your show.
What's Kendall Briles might just tell Shane Beamer, look, dude, just let me do my thing. And you just, stay over there and raise money or whatever it, I don't know. I don't know about the respect factor there.
You think they'll be like, well, I mean, it was sort of like that with Chad Morris and Dabo Swinney than with their first time where everybody was saying, oh, this is Morris's offense. And Swinney came out and ran his mouth saying, oh, no, this is the Clemson offense. You remember that, right?
I do remember that. I do.
And then, what do we get? More of that coming down the pipe. What a mess.
He's another one that both of those two have to be the smartest people in the room. You know,
Mhm.
I've noticed that about Dabo and about old Shane O'Beam. Both of them are kind of hesitant to give credit to another coach, I guess, that they feel threatened by.
SEC dog, yeah, Rob, you're a tool. Understand. No one believes you. And then Paul says right after basically what I said, Shane Beamer needs to be 100% hands off with the offense. Log off, SEC dog. You are the dumbest commenter next to Makaima. It's pretty much Makaima, you, and then Octavian's about a step above
Get
you.
him, SEC
You're the
dog. He don't want the smoke.
I'm not scared of him. He's a broken back bitch. He's not going to come on the program and actually try to debate. He'll hide behind. He won't even come on with just his camera off. All he does is over there is comment.
I can't even read the comments tonight.
Here, let me comment.
I can't even read the comments tonight, really, because I'm having to do this on my cell phone.
Yeah. Oh, and Jackpot just cut himself off. Poor Jackpot. Brandon says Gamecocks in Alabama traded DL and the Porter Kelvin Collies for
Don't even
that.
ask me what the fuck I just did. I went
I don't
away.
know.
I don't know, but I can't even. I'm not on my laptop, not on my cell phone, so yeah, I can't read the comments. I can't see what he's saying, but I'm sure
It's just look.
sure
Just here's what you do.
you.
I'll help you out, Jackpot. Just think of the dumbest thing that you could possibly think of. Multiply that times 15, and that's his comments. So
He's cooking you like some duck a la orange.
duck a l'orange. I don't even know what that is. All right.
Neither do I. It just sounded cool.
It sounded cool. Let's see here. We'll welcome people to the program here. There you go. All right. If you want to join the show, have at it. We are Rams and
we need to talk this national championship game. Damn it.
yeah. Well, which way you think it's going to go?
I think that Indiana is going to jack slap them and win by 3 touchdowns.
Well, hopefully it's 3 because 2 isn't an ass beating. We learned that on the program tonight. So
it's not. It's too close. They're going to win this game convincingly. I feel like I don't. You know, I thought Oregon was a really good team. They jack slapped them. I thought Ohio State was a really good team. They beat them. I mean, they've set them up and knocked them down all year long. And I don't see any place that they're that much better. They be in Miami, pronoun boy.
Sven, welcome to the program.
Good morning, guys.
Yeah,
First of all, Mr. Sanders, you leave my buddy Octavian alone.
That's what I said. I said that I'm brighter than he is.
Well, to his credit,
yeah,
he did say
I like
he was
him.
the third dumbest.
And the biggest thing is Octavian never hides. He shows up. If they lose or win, they lose 1 week later. He says next year we are going 16-0 and beat your ass.
He has been missing for a few weeks.
Yeah, he told me he will be on a vacation. I saw him some weeks ago at Lou's channel, and he said he will be on vacation. But I know not exactly when and how and whatever. So Mississippi State had a visit from Jordan Seaton. And his former coach, Longhole, is our offensive line coach. There is a real possibility, I say a 25% shot, that Mississippi State, a 25% shot, beats out LSU, Oregon, and Miami. And Zach Salmon said today, the money is not the issue. What do you think? If Mississippi State pulls this off, I mean, this would be absolute amazing. Jordan Seaton is the number 1 prospect of all tackles in the draft. Left tackles.
You gotta have
blindside tackles.
You gotta have some game changers. You gotta I mean you need some talent up there. So I mean that would be
We have nobody at left tackle. Nobody.
Huge if true. Huge if true. You know, you play the Gamecocks early on next season. I think it's game 3.
Mid-state recycling. Yeah, we are as your team, Barney.
Y'all are going to need 2 or 3.
We do a bet
Jordan
again.
Stevens when you come to Columbia if you think you have a chance at winning that ball game. Just say that.
I mean, you went 5-7 last year.
No, we didn't go. We went 4-8. Don't give us
4-8.
Something we didn't
Okay.
do.
The Kentucky Wildcats and the Mississippi State Bull Cowbells went 5-7. We are better as South Carolina. Eat that. And we had a harder schedule.
What?
You want to hear our home games? Our home games alone: Arizona State, Tennessee, Texas, Georgia, Ole Miss. How many of these games wins South Carolina in Columbus?
Ours was Oklahoma. We played Oklahoma, Alabama, both playoff teams. Those are playoff teams. Clemson. Well, never mind. Clemson went to playoff team.
Yeah, Clemson went 1-11 or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Vanderbilt, almost a playoff team.
Oh,
Can you what kind of world are we living in now? We're actually flexing a home game that we played against.
no, I mean,
laughing about
it is what it is. But
Well,
and I wish that South Carolina wins 8-9 games.
Sven, hold on a second, sir. Is any of these Gamecock fans, because y'all are going to be so much better next year, y'all going to flex and say you're going to beat Vanderbilt next year?
We don't play them.
You don't play them on the.
Vanderbilt got this 5-star quarterback, Rob, or
How about
from Georgia?
Kentucky?
But he's a freshman.
You got Kentucky. You think
That's a W.
No,
Vanderbilt. It's a W.
Vanderbilt flipped the number 1 quarterback prospect from the last class from Georgia to Vanderbilt. And but he's a freshman. He never played. We will see.
Well, I mean, Vanderbilt doesn't care anything about a freshman quarterback having to start there. They're planning on rocking and rolling with him. Tennessee's like, they're scrambling around here to go get some jabroni from Colorado. Who never played. Oh my God, he's going to be the next best thing that Josh Heupel develops. Why don't he try developing one of them damn 4 and 5 stars on the bench?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Getting some castaway. I don't understand
it.
Fair,
but to be fair, Jackpot, he does better with quarterbacks that other programs have, kind of, I don't know.
Well, then what's the point in spending money on recruiting these highly touted high schoolers every year? Why not just save your money and just recruit some bums from high school to play on the scrub team, and then go find the bum out of the transfer portal and then turn him into a Cinderella story?
I mean, I get what you're saying, but most Tennessee fans would probably have to agree with me that they've been better developing quarterbacks from other schools. Hendon Hooker is the perfect example of that. Even Aguiar this year threw for a lot of yards.
Yeah, but this is the system, and Hooker and Aguilar were perfect in the system. Heupel never developed any quarterback, in Tennessee, never.
I mean,
not a single one.
He did a pretty good job with Hendon Hooker, who Virginia
Hendon Hooker came from Virginia, and he was a senior.
He's saying he never developed one of their homegrowns.
Yeah, Merklinger.
Doesn't matter.
Overthrow Joe was from Michigan.
Rob, here's the point.
But it doesn't matter. Look, since Heupel's been there, they've had they've been one of the top offenses in the conference.
Well, the only time they had a Tennessee homegrown, meaning a high school recruit, was Nico in 2024, and he sucked donkey balls.
Yeah, and now they have Merklinger, who is 6'4",
he transferred
and
out.
195 pounds. He's a bone stick. You can't play him.
Now,
He
you're
never
talking
saw
about
field.
okay, sports
They
talk,
will
Jay.
kill him in SEC play.
Okay, sports talk, Jay. You sound like sports talk, Jay, talking about why we can't play. This is why we can't play George McIntyre because he's too tall and skinny to play. And yeah, he's gonna get beat up in the SEC. You know who else was about the same size as a true freshman? Somebody named Trevor Lawrence. Wasn't that about his size, Rob? Wasn't he
Yeah,
about
but
6'5",
Trevor
about
Lawrence had the
200?
championship offensive line.
No, he didn't. Check your stuff, sir. Clemson doesn't get championship offense.
His offensive line was average as fuck.
No,
Was that not about? Is that about how big he was when he was a true freshman, Rob?
he was 6'5", $188 when he walked on campus.
Oh, okay. Then he's heavier than McIntyre. He's bigger,
But
smaller. Excuse me,
smaller,
he's
yeah.
lighter.
Trevor Lawrence plays at Jacksonville now. First round pick. Do you think McIntyre is a first round pick?
I don't know. We'll never know because nobody's ever going to let him play. It doesn't look like.
Yeah.
William
And
Christopher
Trevor Lawrence
Sweeney
played
William
in the
Christopher
third
Sweeney
game,
wasn't scared to
I
let
think.
Trevor
Huh?
Lawrence play. He dropped his nuts.
Yeah.
So,
And that's
I
hard
don't
for me
know.
to give
He won
William
a
Christopher
championship
credit
as a
for.
freshman.
Mhm.
As a true freshman. He came in, started, and won a championship. So the O-line couldn't be that bad. Otherwise, they would have killed him.
I don't think, respectfully,
They
sir.
were just average.
Yeah,
They wasn't,
educate me. I don't know.
They
Well,
wasn't
Tell
full
me.
of a bunch of All-Americans, but they did their
the
jobs.
only one that got playing time on that offensive line that actually made a pro career was John Singleton, I think was his name, the right guard. But they didn't have like just these 5-star players that were playing on the offensive line. They didn't have it. So
Was that guy on the on that offensive line the one that felt up like some teenage girl or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Jackson Carmen.
What was his name?
I don't remember Jackpot. I have to think about it a second.
Jackson Carmen.
Carmen, yeah. He wasn't on that national championship team though.
So, my last question for Jackpot.
Mhm.
Do you do a bracket for March Madness?
Do I do several of them.
No,
None of them will
a
include
$20
South Carolina
bracket.
this year or Mississippi State.
Mississippi State just lost to Ole Miss. 67-66 yesterday.
South
We
Carolina
stink.
lost to Auburn yesterday.
Yeah, Auburn is decent. Ole Miss is piss poor.
Ole Miss
Anyway.
won at Georgia though.
No, do you make collecting things
Sure.
a jackpot?
What do I make collecting things? What,
Yeah.
stamps or
No,
baseball
No.
cards? What are you talking about?
we all pay $20 to you, and you make 3 winners. What is this
Yes.
called?
We do a bracket, yes sir.
A
That's
bracket.
correct, Jimmy.
Yeah, good.
I'm having trouble with the language barrier tonight. Sorry.
Yeah, it's late here. Sorry, it's
No.
3:30.
Jesus
Okay, guys.
Christ.
Thank you, Sven. Get some sleep, brother.
Yeah, I go
Thank
to
you.
bed now.
All right. Good night. There you go, Sven, joining the program. If you want to join the show, have at it. I'll put the link over here.
I think he may have been drinking the red wine this evening.
He was kind of slurring those S's a little bit, and that's fine. Did they drink wine in Germany? I don't know. I thought it was just
I
beer.
think they have to. Yeah, no, he was asking if we do a bracket challenge over here, and we do a bracket challenge every year. So
We do. Anyway, so you got Indiana winning big tomorrow night.
that's what I think. I think they're going to roll them. I have no. Look, I mean, I just don't see anything that Miami is good at is that much better at than Oregon was. It's like Jackpot Jr. thinks Miami's going to challenge him. He said, "Well, Indiana kind of got rolling after that pick six, and the momentum just kind of carried them past Oregon." But I said, "Yeah, but I'm like Oregon got the ball back as soon as that happened, and they drove 7 minutes and scored a touchdown. I mean, to kill that, the momentum from that." I mean, it was basically a 0-0 game after that. Then Indiana, they just put belt to ass. I mean,
Yeah.
I
They've been pretty much putting belt to ass on everybody though, Jackpot.
yeah, I don't see anywhere where Miami is any better at Oregon than any of those. So I
Do you
think
think it's Signetti's a great coach, or that he's basically got 23-year-old players matching up against guys that are 19?
I mean, I think it's a little bit of both. But I mean, you got to give him credit for figuring out. He seems to have figured out this transfer portal Rubik's cube, if you will.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think that has a lot to do with it, is the fact that he's got older
I mean, because
guys.
he's got a bunch of no names on that team. I mean, nobody said, "Hey, oh my God, look, he just landed Fernando Mendoza from Cal. Oh my God, he just landed Jimmy Jack from James Madison. Holy shit, can you believe this?" I mean, none of those were blockbuster individuals. I mean, he accumulated the right amount of talent in the right spots. They are older. They're not making mistakes. They're executing their game plans to perfection. They don't jump off sides. They don't do stupid shit. They don't get unnecessary, penalties. Especially discipline penalties, defensive penalties, holdings, and late hit penalties and bullshit like that that cost them ball games. I mean, they're just well coached and they just execute.
They seem like they play with a kind of a chip on their shoulder too, though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like
maybe that too.
maybe that has a bit to do with it. I don't know.
That helps. There's 31 seconds left in this game. Here is the guy that you said he can go fuck himself with a cactus. He gonna win this game. Damn, he ain't going to throw the ball like that.
Remember, this is
He got fourth down. It's do or die right here.
he wrote in fingernail polish on his fingernails, "Fuck Utah."
He wrote "fuck Sean McVay" on there this evening.
Well,
I know I'm getting
that because I don't think he could spell. So, I don't think that's going to work out for him. Tony says he gets liquor from mason jars. Okay.
Who does?
That's what Tony Canada says. He says, "I get my liquor from mason jars." So, yeah.
No, you put your liquor in a mason jar.
He said I get my liquor from mason jars. Seth says, "What's y'all's favorite drinks?" Jackpot likes Bud Light Apple or Busch Light Apple.
Busch Light Apple. I like Garage Lime. I like Miller Lite. And right now, I also like the Cheerwine Zero. That's a good drink. There's not enough of that in convenience stores across the state of South Carolina.
Yeah. Looks like this is coming down to the final play here. We'll see how it goes for the Bears.
They can actually pick up a first down. They don't have to score.
You may be in a delay, so I won't tell you what happened here, Jackpot. But wow,
I don't know if it's a delay. Good Lord.
See the run back?
Holy fuck!
Exactly. I didn't want to ruin it for you. Look at all these. Look, Sean McVay looks like. He looks like somebody stole his cookies.
Who was that guy that caught that? Cole Kmet?
Kmet, yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know who half these fucking players are. He looks like he just took a hit of Dan Lanning's cocaine with those big old wide eyes.
So
Jesus.
it looks like
I don't know where half these players come from. I've never heard of Cole Kmet. He's probably from Eastern Michigan or something.
that's one. Let's find out where he's from. Cole Kmet.
Yeah, let's go Google him real quick.
He is a tight end, 26 years old. He played for Notre Dame and was a second-round pick in the 2020 NFL draft.
See, I should know that.
Yeah.
I should know that. He's an older player.
Look at Williams, like, throw from the 40-yard line and throw a basic dart to this guy. How do you use your secondary?
He's wide ass. Oh, somebody forgot about him.
There's two guys in front of him. How do you let
slipped behind? How they not knock that down? He just slipped behind both of them. Wow.
Oh, look, Durant's holding him here. And then
He's really good. Caleb Williams is really good. I don't think did anybody expect this from him? I mean, damn. That's what you get a first rounder for, I reckon. He was hand fighting there. Damn.
All right, 18 seconds here for Stafford to.
The Bears are about to have one of their glory years, it looks like.
This is going to go to the playoff. They're going to go to overtime. Rams will win. So, here you go. Put the link out.
I can't remember when the Bears had a season this good. It's been a long time.
They've had some seasons where they were good. Remember Urlacher and all those guys? They were pretty good then.
Yeah, that's been a while ago, though. That's what I'm saying. That's been a while.
Eddie wants to know if you're streaming for the national title tomorrow night.
No, sir. I'll get in late from work, and eat my supper, and so. I mean, I really would, but I don't. There's so many people going to be streaming that. I'd rather just watch some of theirs and join in on it. I hate it though. I would stream some of the South Carolina basketball games if they were, worth a fuck. I'd ought to stream one of them anyway, just for the sake of staying in practice with streaming.
So
I didn't get to stream a bowl game this year.
Yeah, motherfuckers. So Clemson played Miami yesterday. Two undefeated.
Yeah, I'm telling you, they just keep on winning and winning and winning. I'm telling you, it's the most valuable coach in Clemson. He's the most valuable coach on campus right now. Brad Brownell. The Taters wanted him gone. Y'all wanted him fired. Not good enough. Not flashy enough for y'all.
Clemson's won 9 straight games. And, yeah, they're tied for first in the ACC at 6 wins. They will play, let's see here. They've got NC State at home, Georgia Tech on the road. I'm trying to find a loss here, Jackpot. Pitt. Then they go to Stanford.
They'll lose one of those games just because, it's hard to go without a loss, but they'll lose one somewhere.
Their next matchup against a potential top 25 team is on Valentine's Day when they will play at Cameron Indoor, and they will lose that game. The refs always fuck us there.
Oh, God.
Yeah, that happens. And then you've got they play Louisville on the 28th, and then they play at North Carolina on March 3rd in the final week of the season. So
North Carolina and Kentucky are both two tired old blue bloods that, well, I don't know. Kentucky's actually pulled it together a little bit this past week. I got to give them some credit.
Well, you got to.
They won on the road yesterday at Tennessee.
And then they came back and won. They won at Tennessee.
Yeah,
I mean,
they tongue punched them right in the poop box yesterday. That was kind of funny to watch. But and then they came back in that wild game at LSU on Wednesday, I believe it was.
yeah. Anyway, so it's looking like Clemson's going to have a good hoops team this year. So, yeah. Till Valhalla says Tennessee sucks this year. Okay.
Well, you're well, you got a good coach up there, so you should be able to win some games. You're our boy over there on Taylor Radio. So the day we had the cell phone outage, what was it, Wednesday?
Yeah.
I listened to a little bit of 105.5 The Roar. I hadn't listened to him in several years. I haven't really tuned into that because I just got fucking sick and tired of listening to him. Just it's always about Clemson. I'm just tired of it. So I was like, hell with it. I'm gonna stop listening to this channel so much. I don't need to listen to it anyway. At any rate, old William Qualkenbush, who I call Qualken Douche, that's my little pet name for him, was talking Brad Brownell, and he had a pretty good comparison. He said he is Clemson's Jim Boeheim. Yeah, you agree? I mean, been there forever. Usually takes you to the tournament. Ain't winning me natties or anything like that, but just always good and solid.
No, I think that's a dumb statement by him anyway. And I'm surprised that
what makes it dumb?
Because Boeheim had a 20+ year window of having a relevant program.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he's on his way. He's on his way. I mean, he's been there for over 15 years.
Why that he's on his way, then that's fine. Megan says he was Mark Richt. No, Mark Richt never won any national titles. Try again, sir. Try again. I mean,
Jim Boeheim did win a national championship.
By the way, I will accept apologies for the Dabo Sweeney comments about, hey, this NIL and the transfer portal is going to fuck college football over. I'll be happy to accept those apologies here. If you want to go back and be like, man, I'd love to have it back the way that it used to be. Yeah. Look where it's at now. So you can thank Dabo Sweeney and apologize for it because he saw this beforehand while the rest of y'all were just jerking each other's dick and talking about, oh, we're going to have 25 transfer portal players. Yeah, Dabo Sweeney knew that was stupid from the start.
Well, let me put that to rest for a minute because I think he gets every time anybody wants to bitch about the transfer portal and something not working out, they always point to him and they say, well, look, Dabo said it was going to happen. Dabo said this and Dabo said that. Ain't none of those coaches that enjoy the transfer portal. None of them say, man, I'm glad we have this fucking thing right now, by God, and I can work an extra 5 or 6 hours every damn day, on top of the 19 hours I was already working. And, nobody's saying that. And everybody hated it. They just adapted to it. He wasn't the only one that disagreed with it and thought it wasn't going to work and thought it was horseshit. He was just the most vociferous and most stubborn when it came to dealing with it.
I disagree.
No, I don't. None of those guys enjoy that. None
Texas
of them enjoyed it. He just made us, a stand against it. So we're not going to do it here until he figured out he had to do it there.
I completely disagree with you, Jackpot. And I'll give you a shining example of why. The national champion tomorrow is going to have...
Nick Saban quit coaching. He was one that people regard as the greatest college coach in history. He quit because of it. I mean,
he did more with the transfer portal. But anyway, we can come back to that. But the reality is that college football is going to crown a national championship tomorrow where we could just look at the quarterbacks. Both started playing somewhere else, and they end up coming to the transfer portal and making their way with another program. Georgia was sick of Carson.
Making a way when you can.
Yeah, and Cal, obviously.
Georgia did what with Carson Beck?
Well, they were sick of him. They weren't very fucking happy with him.
Dude, he would have been back there this year. He would have been starting for them again if he entered the NFL draft and then he didn't want to do it, and then he tried to come back to Georgia, and they'd already spent his NIL money to go get Zachariah Branch and Noah Thomas.
Okay,
that's what Lou said.
I just remember a lot of Georgia fans weren't
Lou's is Georgia man. That's what he said.
Sure, that's what Uncle Lou said. We'll go with it. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't think Gunnar Stockton was going to start this year if Carson Beck had come back.
I'm saying there was a good portion of the Georgia fan base that was not happy with the way that he played.
No, they weren't. That's facts. That's facts.
Okay. So on the other hand, you're going to have, because of the transfer portal, that's kind of what got Indiana to the point. Not that they had a bunch of transfer portal guys, but they ended up getting guys that, that transferred in, and they got old guys is what they got. So I don't know. I just think that
we went off on a huge tangent. What does any of this have to do with Dabo? And your argument that
my argument is that he said the transfer portal and all of this was going to be
before anybody else did.
He did. If you're like
just because he said it,
man, be on board with that, because you guys could stack your lineups forever. You could have 5 stars as your 4th string guys. You could do that before. Now you can't. You don't think lack of depth is something that a lot of these programs are having to deal with now?
They're having to deal with lack of depth, and I think there's also some of them that are also deal with a lot of players who don't get real good development. I do. Yeah.
Let's see here. If Beck came back to Georgia, Gunnar Stockton might have transferred to Kentucky. Okay.
He would have fit in there. He could have just painted that old F-150 blue and drove it right on up number 65 into the bluegrass. He sure could have.
He also says money, lots of money. Kentucky is the JV of Georgia.
Who said that?
Big Barney Ross. Kentucky's the JV.
Is Georgia JV?
Yeah.
Interesting way to put it.
So, anyway, we'll figure all that out tomorrow night with the national title, as Indiana is a 7.5 point favorite over Miami
Hurricanes. Yeah, Indiana. We'll kick her face in. How crazy. Did you know Indiana's only won like 3 bowl games in their entire history?
Yeah, they're not very good as far as a program.
You know who one of them was against, don't you?
Who's that?
The fucking Gamecocks.
Well,
yeah, that was Joe Morrison. The last game Joe Morrison ever coached.
Isn't that? I mean,
88 Liberty Bowl.
To be fair, South Carolina didn't win a bowl game until 1995.
Yeah, 94 season, January 2nd, 1995. That was when.
But, I don't know, man. I'm thinking that the folks that are talking about Miami should be able to hang with them. I mean, they're putting this on.
What makes? I would have thought Oregon was going to hang with them. I would have thought Alabama was going to hang with them. I mean,
I'm not saying this is me here, but I'm saying the verbiage is, look what they did with Texas A&M, where they took and they rolled with that team there at A&M, it's a completely different world with this this Indiana team, though.
Yeah, Texas A&M was a farce, man. I mean, I hate to say that because South Carolina did almost beat them, but we weren't very good. And look what we went on the road and did. We were up on them by almost 30 points. I mean, anybody else in the country wins that ball game, and then they wouldn't even been in the conversation. And then a couple weeks later, they go on the road to Texas and lay a steaming fucking turd. A&M was on a downturn anyway by that time, so they were not that good. I think that yeah. So that now, I mean, kudos to Miami for winning it, but I'm gonna tell you, tomorrow's just gonna be a different beast, and it's not gonna be fun for you. For you,
I mean, I'm not playing, but not gonna be fun for Miami. So, but by the way, the people that are like, "Oh, Rob, you should be happy if Miami wins. It's a win for the ACC." No, it's not.
yeah,
It's not a
the
win.
little C with the nipple that Chicago has on their helmets right there. Do you think did they steal that from the Cincinnati Reds, or did the Cincinnati Reds steal that from them?
Well,
'Cause it's
nothing
the
good.
same C.
Nothing good comes from the Chicago Bears. They had to steal it. It's just like
So
the
you think they
Alabama,
stole it from the Reds?
right? Just like Alabama stole the A from Atlanta, from the Braves.
Right,
It's the same.
right.
Yeah.
And they just put a mullet on it.
Yeah, they put a mullet on it and made it their own down in Alabama. And then the Braves were just graceful and said, "Hey, you know what? We're just going to give that to you." There's lots of Braves fans in Alabama. None of them have any teeth, but they support our team here. That's probably what it
You
boils
think the
down
Braves fans in Georgia have teeth?
to. Some of them do, yeah.
Yeah, some of them probably do. Some of the younger, more hip individuals there around the Atlanta area probably do. Some of the ones that are in some of the backwoods, Georgia towns, probably don't. There's a lot of those areas are like some of these old South Carolina towns. Can't tell the difference between any of them. The Rams just picked off Caleb Williams.
Oh man, all the NC State fans are up Miami's ass, and it pisses me off. Freestyle
What?
70 says that's what Paul says is all the NC State fans are up Miami's ass, and it pisses them
All
off.
what? 7 of them?
It's
you know, they're not. They're not a very big internet presence. You would think that I don't know. You'd think there'd be more of them online, but I don't hardly ever see an NC State fan anywhere.
Freestyle 72 says to be a sports podcast, you guys have to do more research than you do. You guys have terrible takes on subjects. Tell us what we've been incorrect about, sir. Would love to hear it, or would love to hear.
Well, I don't do a sports podcast full time. I actually work a full time job, probably about 80 hours a week or so. It's probably 80 hours a week more than you work at anything. So go back to trolling.
Yeah. Anyway,
I've done more research on your mom's snatch than you've done in your entire fucking career. So go piss up a rope, whoever the
and he
fuck you
grew
are.
up in a gremlin.
Who was that? That wasn't Schultz, was it?
No, it's
there's Schultz did a TikTok the other week, and I watched it, and I saw Schultz's face and everything, and he doesn't look like what I imagined him to. I'm not saying that's a good or a bad thing. I just didn't look like I expected him to.
Okay. Anyway, I tried to give you the thing that you picked up in the gremlin. That's the way that works. Jay says Schultz can barely tie his shoes. B Bean 1 says, did Jackpot just say that he did research? God damn it. Oh,
I didn't know what to throw his way, so I just slung him a curveball there.
Paul, welcome to the show.
Good evening.
But thank you for your input, Freestyle 72. You're always
Freestyle.
Everybody's opinion's always welcome.
Sorry, I'm calling into the Robin Kell show over here. Freestyle, you need to come up in here and debate these fellas, but I just got to make a point here. Now, if Miami wins tomorrow, is this going to make the NC State football program look better than it did before?
No.
If Indiana wins this, is that going to make the Minnesota Golden Gophers football program look better than it did before? No.
Nope.
That's my whole thing with these. Oh, I need to root for my conference because it's going to make me look better. It really does not. It really does not. And that shit pisses me off. And I just had to come out here and say that.
Well, we appreciate that, and like you don't have to. I mean,
that's true. I mean,
that's the way that it is. But you'll still have the conference scrotum lickers. They'll still be there.
I mean, when Clemson won the Natty those 2 years, I mean, I still thought the ACC sucked ass as a whole.
They did.
It did. I mean,
but all that's gone away now, though, because now it's going to be how many 23-year-olds can you get on your roster that are going to stay there? That's basically what it's going to boil down to. So there you go. All right, Paul, what else you got, buddy? Anything else?
I just got to tell Freestyles if he's going to keep talking shit, he should just go ahead and call in and debate these fellas.
Nobody really wants to do that. Nobody really wants to do that.
Exactly. He just wants to run his mouth in the comments. But anyway, I'm just having a couple beverages watching this game, so I'm going to get back to it, and I'll join the rest of the show. Appreciate y'all.
Be nice to your girlfriend, sir. Better go pay attention to her.
Oh, yeah. She's sitting over here reading right now. I don't know if you can see her.
Good. Be nice to her.
I packed your lunch full, says Beck sucks. Aren't you a Tennessee fan? How many times did he beat y'all at Georgia? I know it was more than once.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
My lunch says, I told my uncle Miami's going to win, but he made me. We realized playing Indiana isn't playing against air, but if Miami DBs caught INTs and they are given and run behind those two monster running backs, they win. Okay.
Good Lord. I mean, who was the Georgia quarterback the last time Tennessee beat them? Who was it? That's Mike Bobo, Eric Zier.
Let's see here. We can look that up.
Joe Cox.
Jesus. So
I think it was actually
old forehead guy.
Who?
Was it Josh Dobbs?
No, Josh Dobbs was the Tennessee quarterback. I think it was old Jacob Eason Christ.
Okay. I was thinking the last Tennessee quarterback to beat them.
It was Josh Dobbs. I'm talking about who's the last Georgia quarterback they beat. I'm pretty sure it was Jacob Eason Christ back in 2016.
Megan knows all that shit. Where the fuck is he at?
You remember him? He was the Georgia quarterback for like 1 year. He was the kid from Washington State that everybody thought was going to be great. He ended up getting hurt, I think, his second year, like in the first game, and just kind of lost his job.
2016. Everybody's saying it's Eason, so there you go. 2016. So, yeah, there you go. That's the last time Tennessee.
Remember JT Daniels Christ? That was played for Georgia for a brief time. He was supposed to be great.
Yeah, and he wasn't. So got overtime going in this game over here.
Clemson.
We did. Actually, the Georgia defense beat Clemson. They could have suited you up at quarterback and won. They were that good.
They were. I'd have done it too.
You probably would have.
I'd have went out there and run the Statue of Liberty play.
Just imagine Jackpot taking snaps. Fuck. That's funny. All right. You got anything else for tonight's show, Jackpot? Or anything else you want to go over before we get out of here?
I don't have any more horrible takes for tonight, sir. No, I certainly don't.
Horrible,
this Rams game is 3:35. What happens if this can't end in a tie, can it?
No, they keep going. Let me see here. NFL overtime rules. We'll look that up. Because I've never seen an NFL overtime rules for the playoffs. Here we go.
I know in the regular season they can end in a tie.
Look at Harrison Mevis out there getting ready to kick field goals.
He looks like he lost some weight, or even they've got a girdle on him or something. He got a
No
girdle on?
ties. I don't think so. Play
I
continues
think
through
he might have been on. He may have been on the Slim Fast plan.
maybe. Play continues through as many 15-minute periods as needed until a winner is decided. So they'll just keep playing, and so now it's that whoever scores next wins. So that's kind of how it works.
Right now, it is. So
Yep,
they're in
'cause
sudden
both-
death right now.
Right, because old, right team's names on my fingernails, Williamson, threw an interception. Williams threw an interception. Now Matt
Yeah,
Stafford.
he throws a lot of them. I think if they can get this in a decent range here, the thicker. Oh God, they are. Where are they at? Let's see. They're in his range. Dude should be able to kick it from here.
Wow. All right, so here we go, jackpot. 4th and 7. We'll see if they're even calling him the thicker kicker now. I heard them use that reference earlier.
How we're way ahead of where I'm at.
I'm not trying to blow it for you, but the game is running down here. Harrison
Thank-
Beavis is the kicker for the Bears or for the Rams. We'll see if he can boot them into the next round where they will go to Seattle and play. So
Come
Who
on,
wants- Jack-
thicker kicker. Just pretend like you're back at Mizzou. You're back at Faroe Field. You're back at Faroe Field against Kansas State in the likes of 2023. Snap it down, spot, kick up. It's good.
it's good. And the Rams have eliminated the Chicago Bears. There you go.
And I bet those Mazodcast jack-offs are going to spooge all over the place over that one, aren't they?
I'm picking Miami to cover tomorrow night.
Who asked you that?
Somebody asked if we both were picking Indiana. I think Indiana wins, Miami covers.
Nah, not a chance.
That's telling you who I'm picking.
Well,
There
I
you
mean,
go.
that's fine. They're going to get stomped, though.
We'll see. All right. Well, Jackpot's been a good show, man. The thicker kicker
It's
gets
been
the
a good show. It's been a great show with a bunch of
Always.
horrible takes.
uninformed horrible takes, sir.
Uninformed, horrible takes with zero research done. Let me add that, zero research done. I did not visit the library one time before tonight's show.
Maybe that we should, the tagline for the show is the podcast that divides the Palmetto State. Maybe it should be uninformed takes with two dorks. That's what I'll change. We should change the tagline of the show from that. Uninformed takes from two dorks. There you go.
This guy, that one receiver's last name literally was Curl.
Carl.
So you know what kind of route he's going to run right off the damn bat.
Oh, his name isn't it Naku? Shit. Here we go. I don't know. All right. Well, it's been a good show. We will see you guys later on.
All right, Gang of Lane.